Yo, what's going on everyone? It's MoistWetWave here, and I'm just bringing you another important video for low ranks and eventually as you're progressing through. You probably already know this if you're an elite hunter, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into a hunt, and that includes making a meal beforehand, getting the right antidotes and buffs required to do a mission. I like to run a friendship type deal where I just bring all the buffs. I'll join people for, I just say, and I'd wait for them to all join. Once they're all joined, I buff everyone, and then they don't have to use their items. I got free meal, and it's just pretty much getting there is the hardest part. But once you're there and you have enough stock and you use free meal, you don't have anything to worry about. So right in the beginning, you're going to want to start with getting lots of meat, and then cooking it on your grill. Eventually there'll be different ways you can cook meat. I'll show you near the end, but once you get all your ingredients, you're going to want to start cooking meals before every mission or after your timer runs out. I usually do it within the 15-minute range. I'll cook something when my timer's about there, because unless it's a harder, like an easier mission, if I'm just taking out a Chatacabra, then I know that's going to be like 5-10 minutes, so maybe I'll run that last 15 minutes. But other than that, if I know during the mission I'm going to lose my effect, I'll definitely cook something up again more orientated to that mission. This is a pretty generic meal that I cook a lot of the time. It gives you a little bit of attack, you get a bit of an extra evade period. It just is an all-rounder. It's pretty good for just, quick missions. You have a lot of those items. Those aren't typically hard items to get. Some of the harder items are easier to get from nada, and it's best to trade during a boosted time, because finding thunderite chunks or fulgurite shards or stuff like that you have to trade for the ingredients can be expensive. But if you do a mission beforehand that helps a community and just boost everyone up all at once, then you can get more materials from their retrievals, and you can also buy more stuff as you're out and about. I do also want to make a good point. You can pretty much do the same meal effects, I think, as most of the vouchers, as long as you get the right ingredients, which is usually the more expensive stuff that are harder to get. But if you are doing a harder mission, it's definitely worth giving yourself an insurance, just in case you have a teammate that goes down, or extra carvings. That's always good. Fortune Hunter, more money. Not necessarily like I need it right now, but just when you do in the early game, Fortune Hunter is something that'll get you up there. And you pretty much want to buy every time that supply shop comes around. You want to buy all the medic items you can. It's like 5 to 30 points to buy all the items. So I'll just spend 300 points or so and get the life powders, the mega demon drugs. Those all come in the supplies. You just request medic items, and there's a certain point where you're going to be able to obtain most of the weapons. It's more the medic stuff that you're going to keep using. It won't add up because you're constantly using them. This meal is a good meal for Bug Glaive. It has the rider attribute. I think it just increases your chances, and maybe there's a stamina reduction when you're on top. This is also another good, if you're just going all attack, you might use some potions because you just want to finish the thing. So you add the Eastern Honey in there, give yourself some extra potion potency. Another way to get some great items is to head over to the Woodwoods in the forest. You go to nighttime and plenty, make sure you rest, and you're going to want to go to their hideout. Once you're there, you'll run up this little, off to the left, up this grass wall, and after you climb up, you'll see everyone has a request for you. You give them the items. They're usually pretty common items, and they'll give you fewer but even better rarer items. And there was actually a guy up here that gave me a wyvern sprout, which I had not come across until this moment. So it is very useful coming up to these guys every once in a while, especially if you know it is nighttime and plenty and you didn't rest. Come check it out, get your free items. If you do the cookout, you can get charred lizard, burnt meat, rare meat. I think you could already get the rare meat and the burnt meat from your grill, but I just somehow never did. I always got the well dones because I guess I'm too good. Anyways, the best thing to do is to cook the tails, because they'll also give you catalysts if you throw in like excite mushrooms. I just threw in a little mix and match. I'm not sure really if there's a huge formula to it, but I usually like to throw in a couple raw meats because the rare meat, and I think there's one other meat that comes out of it that's pretty good, and it might be the charred lizard I'm thinking about, but it's a very good way of getting some different kinds of meats, but without using actual items, because some of them will cure poison, and in that sake you won't need an ancient the herbal powders, or the it has the healing as well. Herbal medicines, that's it. The ones that heal you your poison and give you HP. But the charred lizard, I think, pretty much does the same. Which is pretty good because then you don't have to go running around getting the toads, or I think it's blue mushrooms that you need. But again, if you have extra items, extra tails or whatever that you don't need now, I have lots of Raydao tails. So you just cook them up, get some extra healing properties, and you'll be good to go. What I like to do is I run speed eating or satiated skills. So half the time I'm not even using any of these, and it's great for late game because when you're using mega demon drugs, almost every other mission, it can get pretty expensive, and nourishing extract is another one of those really rare occurrences in this game. Still, only way I knew how to get it was an event mission, and since then it's been pretty obsolete. That's why I say when you're seeing those supply shipments come in, go there, get your mega demon drugs, and whatever else you can, because it's really beneficial. Anyways, I'm showing you a couple more recipes, and then I know they did add a new Grand Hub, so I'm going to show you one of the cutscenes. I did show you a lot of eating cutscenes. I'm sure you're probably sick of it. I didn't really show any of the other town eating cutscenes. I probably should have, but if you like this video, let me know. I'm going to show you this other clip of the Uber Eats delivery. It is pretty awesome. They bring it to you, and depending on which voucher you choose, they will bring you that different food. It is pretty cool that, you know, the detail is there, and they remember each meal is different. It's not just the same Uber Eats delivery. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.